The EU's corruption scandal continues to escalate as the police have once again raided the European Parliament and a number of MEPs have decided to resign. Another normal day in Brussels and Strasbourg and the European Union as the police have decided to, once again for the 20th time since last Friday, to raid the EU politicians' offices and homes. They found a number of things in sock drawers and under mattresses, and it's a bit dodgy. And when I say a bit, I'm being extremely generous. The latest update that we now have is that the police have decided to basically just go in and dig deeper, which is quite rare because you're like, wow, we weren't expecting the authorities to actually do something about this. They never did in the past. Well, they found another bag of cash worth over 1 million euros. Wow. So this is now bringing the latest figures of the cash that's been found and discovered to up to just over 1.5 million euros. This is absolutely chaotic for the European Union, and somebody needs to actually finally, in the European media, to take this seriously. Because right now, we are getting some reports, but we are not getting all the reports, and we know that. Now, GETTR actually did a good report on this earlier. They said that the police have now begun searching offices in the European Parliament. This is the 20th raid related to the probe since Friday. They've also frozen the IT resources of 10 parliamentary employees, several Socialist and Democrat, so SND MEPs, who are not directly implicated but maintain close political ties to those charged, have stood down from certain roles. Unsurprisingly, Brussels is in meltdown over this. The European Parliament President Roberta Metsola has even warned that democracy is under attack. Democracy? Well, in the European Parliament. It's a fake parliament. You have no democracy in the EU. This is all just words. It makes you think, because if we've had these guys who were simply close to this investigation and to those who had key roles, the Socialist MEPs, if they've decided to resign and they're not even directly implicated, what do you think is actually happening? The real people behind it, who haven't actually even resigned, so they are throwing their minions, their socialist minions, under the bus, thinking that, well, let's just distract the media. You guys go. We'll get you something from the gravy train, maybe a payout, maybe something. They're gonna get a big severance package anyway. But the real villains, they're gonna get away with it, aren't they? Of course they're gonna get away with it because democracy is under threat. There's no democracy. This is actually a good sign because for the past couple of years, this channel, we've been talking about how we are seeing the final days of the European Union. And of course, every time I said that, the Ramonas would leave comments on this YouTube channel saying, oh, well, it hasn't happened yet. You said days. The phrase final days, it's not actually days. It could be weeks, it could be months, it could be a couple of years. But the EU is going down. And this is just the beginning of the domino effect. It's just going to expose the deep corruption first. And they will get away with it. Don't worry, they will get away with it. So you might see a bit of silence for the next few months, for the next year or so, and you would think, oh, the EU is once again united. They are driven, and they have their own objectives. No. Because all this stuff is going to stack up, and one day, the whole house of cards will collapse, and will collapse badly. And then you're going to see real division in the European Union, because anything that they have been trying to preserve has been artificial. This family of Europeans and this unity of brotherhood and everybody, all these nations love each other. It's all fake because even now we are seeing divisions. You know, the Greeks and the Germans, the Portuguese and the Italians, and everybody is like attacking everybody anyway. Belgium and Hungary. So the moment the House of Cards collapses, you're going to see the true dark side of this European project, which has actually completely, by creating this fake artificial unity, it's essentially just been putting a lid on all the problems that should have been addressed decades ago. But I thought, that's tomorrow's problem. This is the biggest issue with the European project as we know it. Now we're going to have more updates for you guys today, so subscribe to the channel. I'm Tousi, and we are the media.